everyone, welcome to this week's video. If you haven't seen the title of this video, I made an Anastasia dress. I just want to quickly apologise. In some parts of the video, especially at the very beginning, because it was Christmas time, December time, I had a sinus problem. I'm much better now, but you can hear me sniffling and my voice might sound a little bit raspy, so I do apologise about that. I also looked a bit awful because my eyes were always poofy from all of this. Besides all that, everything else was fine, so I hope you guys enjoy watching this video as much as I have been making this Anastasia dress. Oh, you can see how unwell I was, but I was still happy because I was in my favourite fabric store. I was looking for specific types of fabrics. I found a printed satin blue fabric for the sash and a yellow Duchess satin for the bodice. I am trying to do my pattern and this one is distracting me. When I make my own patterns for my specific body type, and I know it's going to fit me very well because I've made plenty of mock-ups, as you can see in this clip, I save these patterns, I trace them around paper and I label them just in case if I'm going to use it for future projects that have similar silhouettes or the exact silhouette shape. I mean, it's kind of common sense. Why wouldn't you want to save the pattern that you've made that fits you very, very well? Oh, and also save your mock-up actually, because if you lose your pattern paper, you have your mock-up as a backup. So yeah, just save both of them, just don't get rid of anything. What are you doing? Are you eating my box? You're chewing on my box. Cotton! I think this bodice is a little bit too small, but who knows, maybe it might not be. Sweetheart. As you can see, I can definitely make it a little bit tighter, but the top bit gapes a little bit here, so this needs to be tapered in. And I can feel this sliding off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the shoulder strap a little bit further, just maybe a centimetre further. This needs to be dipped down just a little bit more. I don't know, depending how modest I want it to be. But as you can see, the waist is perfectly fine. So I'm going to do some readjustments. I know I sound like a broken record saying this in all of my videos, but I want the best for everyone. When it comes to fabrics, always iron them down. It's important that you iron them down regardless if it's a skirt and especially if it's a bodice. Because if you sew while the fabric is wrinkly and you put it onto your body, it won't fit well because it will warp, it will move about and you'll wonder why it hangs so weirdly. So professionalism starts at the very beginning when it comes to construction. This also includes your lining fabric. In fact, all fabrics, just iron them. Just make sure that you check your setting, the heat setting, especially if you don't know if the fabric is natural or synthetic. This is interfacing. So I bought this at the range for 80p and it's very, very cheap. You can buy it online as well. I am using an interfacing that I know works very well for all my bodices, but there are different types of interfacing over there, some more natural and some more synthetic, some more heavier and some more light. I would recommend for bodices, especially structured bodices, to use duck canvas. That's quite a cheap material to use. So I have just finished making the outer layer and the inner layer, and the next thing I have to do with the outer layer is that I have to add boning channels on each of the seams, but I'm also going to add some boning channels in the middle, so that gives it more structure and it pulls it down and it lays flat on my belly. And lastly, boning channels at the ends as well, so I can put my eyelets through. So funny because the only furniture I have in my house is my sofa, because the rest of my house is so empty. I have added additional bonings here and here because her bodice is so flat, it needs additional support, especially at the top part. Right, so I have done the boning channels and now it's to insert the boning in. A lot of different types of bonings, so I've got regular Ridgeline and then I've got steel boning and then plastic boning, which I'll probably use in the middle. In the middle you want it to be straight, so use a stronger boning for the middle. For the curves you need spiral steels, which is this steel.
tried to do this off camera because honestly you wouldn't really want to see me making it because it's just simple tacks. Trimmings, which is this is what I bought. I tacked it in place so that it would just be easier for me and the pins won't move about, because I am going to sandwich the lining and then the main together. I'm going to sew it all the way around here and then flip it out.
So here's the deal. I've almost finished making this bodice. The boning at the back and just do the bias binding at the bottom, and then she should be done, which I will do today. And then I really want to get onto the sleeves, which is a very, very simple design. I'm going to use chiffon. It's still see-through and it will make it look a little bit more expensive. The only problem is that I haven't bought enough of this, and I wanted to add some beautiful lacing at the bottom, you know, when it's just like here, and I think it would look so nice. This fabric is going to be used for something else. I was just thinking, well, why don't I just cut off this bit and then attach it to the sleeves? It is sparkly, but would that make it look tacky? And I just don't like wasting fabric, like I said, because I know that I won't be using this end bits for anything else. So I've solved that problem, but I just need to buy some more of this, which I can't because it's closed. I'm representing my rabbit, wearing a rabbit pajama.
Can you guys see that? So this is chiffon that I'm using for the sleeves, and it just always makes me go bog-eyed because chiffon just moves a lot. It's such a slippery fabric, and it's called the devil's fabric for a reason. Anyways, you want to make a trapezoid, so it's this type of shape, but because it's a sleeve, you want to add a curve at the top because that would give extra space for the shoulder part. I'm going to have to measure from the top of my shoulder down to my arm. I think she has it just above the elbow. In fact, where my pajama hoodie cuts off, I think that's actually a good length. This is the design that I came up with. I think it would work, I hope. And I don't know if this is wide enough. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. I'll just have to see how it goes. I am now just attaching the sleeves all the way around, pinning them, and then I'm going to hand sew them down. I'm going to add this embroidered tulle at the end. They're only leftovers, but they would match the sleeves. Okay, scrap that. I do not have enough. On top of that, only one side is beaded and the other side is not. So I'm going to go for this instead, and I might bedazzle it a little bit. I'm just pleating this in place and I'm going to tack it onto the bodice because I don't like things when it moves about. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I like things in center. I am actually so in love with this dress. So this is the bodice. I actually attached the sash at the bottom here because traditionally sashes wasn't attached on that way. They were just wrapped around the waist and pulled into a bow. So that's what I'm doing. Around the waist, and it'll be made into like a pretty bow. The only problem is that it is a bit short. Couldn't find anything longer. And this is the bow for my hair. It's got 2 layers. So it's going to be attached at the back like this. And I love the fact that you can see it. I made it a little bit too big. I don't know. The bodice is already done and I'm looking forward to making the skirt. I want to quickly point out that there was some people in the comments section, especially on my TikTok, saying that it's not accurate to the cartoon. I was doing an inspiration of it. In fact, I was inspired by other people's Anastasia dresses. So yeah, and that's the beauty of costume making. It doesn't have to be accurate, it can be inspired. Even though there was some criticism, and I take it as constructive criticism, there was also a lot of support and a lot of good feedback. So I thank everyone for that, and let's get back to the video. I bought this cotton fabric, but 1, it was really expensive, and 2, it's not wide enough. It already had a seam. I'm pretty sure that's not allowed because I asked for a full length and it has a seam on it. So this means I can't use it. So I'm going to leave this. It's not really a problem for me because I'm going to use this for a Belle's dress. I haven't made that yet, and that's a Disney dress that I want to make.
Past this part, it starts to get a little bit more summery and I get to wear my summer outfits and I look a little healthier and a bit better because of my sinus problems that I had during Christmas time. So yeah, the UK in the wintertime, it gets dark very quickly, around 4 p.m, but even as soon as 3:30, and I couldn't go out, not even for a walk. So yeah, I would just in my pajamas all the time. And with my pajamas, gas is very expensive in the UK, or at least very expensive for me. So I would just layer and layer unless I have to put the heating on. So yeah, that's why majority of the clips that you see me, I'm at home sewing, comfortable, and wearing pajamas all the time. I feel like an old person just complaining about the cost of everything, but it is expensive. Living on your own is expensive, and I try to budget as best as I can, which, on the topic of budgeting, this dress that I've made, it's fairy, it's not completely finished yet, is made out of complete scraps that I had lying around, and that will be a full-length video coming out very soon. So please subscribe if you're interested in watching this video as well.
I love this colour, but as you can see, I did French seams, so it looks very professional. Now I'm just adding a waistband. I've chosen a stronger bias binding tape because chiffon, even though it looks flowy and translucent, you'd think it's lightweight, but if it's a lot of it, it actually gets pretty heavy.
The top layer of fabric was very, very expensive. It is shimmer chiffon. In the movie, it kind of illuminates and glows. It has a very ghostly figure, but that's what makes it so enchanting. And the thing is, I bought 6 meters of this fabric and it cost me £7 a meter. So it's going to be very flowy and very grand. But if it means that I get the exact look that I want to go for, then I don't mind splurging a little bit, especially that I'm taking this to Comic-Con. You see, and after making the skirt, which is a panel skirt by the way, I still thought it looked a little bit plain for my liking, even though it's shimmery and it's chiffon. And it wouldn't be Anastasia's design without me adding a bit more details, so I added this beautiful trimming and it's ruffled. So I went and bought 10 meters of this trimming, which only came in 10 meters, of this beautiful ruffled lace, which saved me so much time because ruffling lace by hand, or machine even, takes so long. I have approximately maybe a meter and a bit left, so I can use it in another project.
Look how much chiffon and trimmings there is. It's just really, really big for the top skirt. I think getting trimmings actually is a good idea. careful. Blooper.
Lyba.
Oh.